Good morning guys, today we are back in the Punggol area and we're going to bring you around the soon to MOP Matilda Court, which is located near Soo Teck LRT station. Just a 9 minutes walk from Soo Teck LRT station lies Matilda Court, which is a 99-year leasehold development along Sumang Lane in District 19. So if you think that the name is quite familiar, it is because it is part of the family of Punggol Matilda developments. The name Matilda was actually derived from the URA conserved Matilda House, which is a century-old bungalow that survived 2 world wars. However, it is no longer accessible for the public as it is now a clubhouse for a treasure trove condo. Matilda Court is a pretty big project with 10 residential blocks of 1,162 units. Each block has 17 stories and unit types ranges from 2 to 5 room flats. This development was part of the July 2014 BTO sales launch and it TOP'd in 2017, which means it will be hitting MOP this year. Following the vision of establishing Punggol as an eco-town, if you notice for the newer developments such as North Shore residences, which we previously covered, they were all planned with environmentally friendly features in mind. So Matilda Court actually followed this concept as well by having features such as a separate recyclable waste chute, rainwater harvesting system to collect rainwater, as well as an ABC water feature to clean the rainwater and beautify the overall landscape. There's motion sensor lightings installed at common areas and regenerative lifts, so this will help to reduce energy consumption when not in use. So one thing interesting here is that in the homes there are eco pedestals. So this essentially means that there's a small sink on top of your toilet flush tank where you can wash your hands and have the water be used to flush down the toilet as well. Okay, so starting the tour here, there are multiple drop-off points around the development that link to every block. Each one is spacious and there's ample sitting areas for you to rest while waiting for your ride. Connecting you to all the blocks are sheltered linkways so you can stay shaded through rain or shine. Additionally, to cater to the older population and the disabled living here, there are barrier-free routes for you to travel easily from one point to another. Within the project itself, there are plenty of food options to choose from. There's a kopitiam here with stalls such as Sabai Thai food and Encik Tan. For groceries, there's a 24-hour Sheng Siong supermarket within the development itself. But if that's not sufficient, you can head over to the neighbouring blocks at Matilda Edge and Portico where there's more food options and another supermarket as well. So one thing about the Matilda area is that it is a family-friendly estate as there's a lot of preschools nearby. The one within Matilda Court itself is My World Preschool. There's also St. Luke's Elder Care Centre at Matilda Edge, which is less than 5 minutes walk away. Since we're talking about the recreational aspects that this development offers, we cannot miss out on the playgrounds and fitness corners. So there are 2 playgrounds and 2 fitness corners, one for the adults and one for the elderlies. All are located within the heart of the development. If you fall sick, you don't have to worry as there are both family and TCM clinics within the Matilda Court development. Sengkang General Hospital is also just a 4 minutes drive away. On top of its strategic location near Punggol Waterway, Matilda Court was developed with the idea of living amidst the lush greenery in mind. And this is quite evident from the lush landscaping around the development, as well as this roof garden above the 7-storey car park, which is currently where I'm at right now. This garden spans across the entire car park block. Here there's ample seating and resting areas coupled with an amazing view. But what I do notice is that there aren't any shelters available here. So what I reckon is that residents will probably use this space even more for their early morning exercises or evening strolls. Unless of course you don't mind the scorching hot afternoon sun. There's also a smaller roof garden at the single-storey commercial block that is directly linked from level 3 of block 231A. There's also sitting areas there, but it's not as well maintained. The pathways are really narrow and the views there are less majestic. While we are still here at the car park, there's a few exciting things that I would like to point out. So if you guys watched our previous video for the North Shore residences, you'll know that HDB launched a barrier-free car park that works well with the Parking at HDB app. So Matilda Court actually follows suit, so drivers can have a seamless parking experience. So you don't have to worry about getting stuck behind the barriers if your IU don't get detected. But for those of you who don't have a car but want to enjoy the conveniences of having one, there's a dedicated Blue SG parking lot on the first floor of the car park. So being a frequent car sharing user, I often find myself having to walk really far to another block just to rent a car. So the fact that there's one here makes it super convenient for these residents. Plus TPE is just right next to the car park block, so it's really fast for you to drive out of the development and get on the highway. So that also means there may be traffic noise, as you can hear right now, so do take note, especially for residents staying near the car park. There are two Precinct pavilions at the two ends of the development, which are spacious, sheltered and great for hosting events. But if you need something of a larger scale, you can try out this amphitheatre or speaker's corner in the heart of the development. Alright, before we venture out and explore amenities nearby, let's talk a little bit more about the unit distribution and floor plans. So one thing I would like to highlight here is that all the flats in Matilda Court comes with 3/4 height windows in their living and dining area. So it's really a great design, especially if you want to let more natural daylight in. All the other rooms, however, comes with half height windows. Alright, let's take a look at the floor plans. So for the 2-room units, there are 2 different sizes, 409 square feet and 505 square feet respectively. They can be found across 3 blocks, 232C, 233A and 234A. There are 322 room units in this development. Okay, let's move on to the 3, 4 and 5 room unit type. So do note that by default, you'll be getting an open kitchen concept layout unless the current homeowner opt for a kitchen partition wall. So for the 3-room unit, there's 112 of such units available in this development with the size of 732 square feet. The layout is pretty straightforward and is great for small families. As for the 4-room unit type, it has a total size of 1,001 square feet. This is the most common unit type in Matilda Court with a total of 380 units, which makes up nearly 33% of the entire development. Lastly, for the 5-room unit, it has a total size of 1,216 square feet, which is great for bigger families or multi-generation families. There's an added feature of a suggested study area where you can easily convert it into another bedroom. There's 350 of such units available in this development. Okay, so that's all for the information overload. Let's explore what you can find around the development. Let's go! The nearest station to Matilda Court is Soo Teck LRT station, which roughly takes around a 9 minutes walk. You are just one stop away from Punggol MRT interchange, which connects you to the North-East line. In fact, the distance to Punggol MRT is not that far. It takes roughly around an 8 minutes walk from Soo Teck LRT. So if you want to clock in your steps, you can walk all the way to Punggol MRT station instead. From there, you can get to the Circle Line via Serangoon or access the North-South Line via Dhoby Ghaut. As for drivers, Orchard is just 19 minutes away and Changi Airport is 15 minutes. Right beside Punggol MRT is Punggol Waterway Point, which is the flagship waterfront leisure destination in the heart of Punggol's water town. It is a 4-storey mall with diverse shopping, dining and entertainment options with breathtaking waterfront views. Residents of Punggol can enjoy various amenities such as a 24 hours fair price, Daiso, Toys R Us, Don Don Donki and even Singapore's first and largest suburban basement cinema. From Waterway Point, you are directly connected to the 4.2 kilometers long Waterway Park, where there's green spaces, resting areas, walking and cycling paths, play equipment and more. It's designed to allow Punggol Town to enjoy lush greenery along the beautiful water frontage. You can also access the Waterway Park through the connector near Matilda Court. There's a secret entrance nestled within the construction hoardings, but it's actually a proper running and cycling track. Stroll in the opposite direction just below the TPE and you'll get to Sengkang Riverside Park. Here is where you can do your evening walks and have delicious food. There's even a very scenic preschool here. Okay, no more spoilers. I'm gonna leave you guys to explore this hidden gem yourself. Okay, so our point is Punggol Town is seriously well connected via the waterway that you can even take a stroll down all the way to Punggol SAFRA. Located at Sam Kee LRT station or just an 11 minutes walk from Waterway Point, Punggol SAFRA is the first eco-friendly SAFRA to ever receive the BCA Green Mark Platinum Award. For sports junkies, there are many options for you, such as a billiards arena, badminton court, soccer pitch, a bowling alley and more. NS boys will also be very familiar with the lifestyle EMAT here as well. Although our videographer is shaking his head now in disagreement. I think he's just in denial lah. Anyways, there's also the Splash at Kids Amaze, which is the first indoor water park in Singapore. It spans 23,000 square feet and boasts a stunning interactive element with 5 slides and 8 play decks interconnected with climbing structures. And that's not all, there are 2 new other upcoming developments in the area as well. There's the Punggol Town Hub, which will be located opposite the SAFRA, and the Punggol Regional Sports Centre, which will be beside the SAFRA. The new integrated community hub will help connect residents to vital services and recreational facilities, as mentioned by Senior Minister Teo Chee Hian. Also known as One Punggol, it will house a community club, 700-seat hawker centre, 5-storey library, HDB branch, blood collection centre and senior care facilities. It's slated to start opening progressively from the second half of 2022 onwards. On the other hand, the Punggol Regional Sports Centre will boast 5 pools, a 5,000-seat football stadium, 20 badminton courts, and 3 convertible basketball courts. There are so many facilities and amenities that makes Punggol a very attractive and convenient district to stay in. For nearby schools within 1 to 2 kilometers, there's Springdale Primary, Punggol Green Primary, Yusof Ishak Secondary, Vellore Primary, and more. For parents that are aiming to get their children into the popular Nan Chiau Primary, you may want to consider blocks 233A, 233B, 233C, 234A, and 234B of Matilda Court, as these are within 1 kilometers of the school. Aside from the other interesting places in Punggol, such as North Shore, Oasis and Punggol Settlement, which we covered in our previous video here, we figured that we'll bring you to other places of interest in Punggol as well. So from Matilda Court, you are just 8 minutes drive away to Riverside, or you can simply take a bus or LRT down if you wish. Nestled behind the plant nurseries, here we are at the famous Punggol Container Park. It is a hipster enclave that's home to many bars and eateries. It offers breathtaking views in the day, as you can see, and transforms into a bustling spot by night. If you walk further in, you can also spot the prawning site where you can feast on really fresh seafood, but it really depends on your skills to catch it first. Aside from that, there's also the billiards arena and archery range as well. If you think that they can't possibly fit another attraction, you thought wrong, because there's a permanent Uncle Ringo located right beside the container park itself, so you can relive the good old Carnival days. There's also the dinosaur park where you can pretend that you're in a Jurassic movie. So with all these food options and fun fair attractions, it really feels like Artbox or even the Thailand night markets that I really miss. For golf lovers, there's a 2-storey driving range just outside the LRT station. Our favourite Tender Best Makcik Tuck Shop also has an outlet here, but what I love about it is there's a drive-through counter as well. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.